Okay everyone, hello Form 4. So today for the second week of PdPR, we are going to do page 11, page 12 and page 13. Okay, so we will begin with page 11. Okay, so this is the exercises that you have to do for this week. So it's grammar, comparisons. Okay, comparisons. So in BM, comparisons is perbandingan. Okay, for example, number 1, the first one. My old mobile phone was smaller than this one. Okay, kalau korang perasan, smaller than. Okay, so the verb, when the verb is added with ER, smaller, then it means lebih kecil. Okay, then. Okay, so bila kata kerja tu ada ER, mesti ada then. Lebih kecil dari this one. Macam tu. Okay, so ini lebih kecil dari. Okay, kalau lebih besar, bigger than. Okay, the second one. I think ICT is the most interesting school subject. The most. Okay, most is paling. So if you want to write paling interesting, you have to add the. Okay, kalau ada most, wajib ada the. Okay, the most interesting school subject. Okay, the third one. Uploading a video on the web isn't as difficult as I thought. Okay, sini dia guna as, kata sifat as difficult as. Okay, let's look at the other examples. It's a lot faster to send an email than a letter. Okay, so here it used a lot faster. Next, the more I use the computer, the worse my headache gets. Okay, I'm starting to think that exams are getting harder and harder. Okay. So ER in BM means lebih what? Like harder, so lebih susah. Okay. So the first practice for you is complete with the correct form of the words in brackets. Okay. Young people have many ways to communicate with each other. Nowadays, it's much easy to chat and keep in touch with friends than in the past. Okay. So for example, it's much easier than to chat and keep in touch with friends than in the past. Okay, so for this practice, you need to think and choose which style of comparisons should you use. Is it like this, like this, like this, or like this? Okay? Alright, let's move on to a listening activity. Okay, we go straight to section B. Listen to a phone conversation between Wayne and his dad and answer the questions. Okay, and then section C, listen again and write T for true or F for false. Okay, so for my students, I will upload the audio file in our WhatsApp group. But for those who are watching this video and are not in my WhatsApp group, you can find the audio version in Telegram. Okay? Go to Telegram, type full blast plus 4 audio and video, and then search for an audio clip CD1003 Module 1 Lesson A. Okay, this is a typo. Lesson A, Listen B, MP3, and CD1004 Module 1 Lesson, a typo, A, Listen C. Okay, in this group actually there are a complete set of audio and videos for full blast plus 4, so you should check it out. Alright, so we move on to this one. Okay, so students, this is a different activity. So first you have to play the first audio, then you answer this question, and then there is another audio file that I will upload for you to listen and answer this practice. Okay, if you listen to the audio and you heard that number 1 is wrong, then it's false, F. If it's true, then it's T. Alright, so let's move on to page 12. Vocabulary. Read the sentences. Which of the phrases in bold have a positive meaning and which have a negative meaning? Use these phrases to make your own sentences. Okay. Alright. Number 1. I usually buy my sister books because she is crazy about reading. So is it positive or negative? So at the end of every sentence, just write your answer, positive if it's good, or negative if it has a negative meaning. Alright, and then use these phrases to make your own sentences. Okay, so phrases that this question means are crazy about, keen on, tired of, fond of, big fan of, fed up with, sick of, interested in, enthusiastic about, and bored with. So for this vocabulary practice, you have 2 things to do. First, you label, is it negative or positive, and then you do sentences using the phrase. Alright, so we move on to the next page. Write a personal web page. Read the web page and answer the questions. Okay, so these are the web page. Web page ni macam blog. Have you ever heard of Blogspot? So this is a blog. Okay, so after you read this web page, answer this question. Okay, and then for section B, look at the categories below, choose a few and write ideas or notes about what you can include about yourself. Okay, so here is about Ahmad. So in section B, you have to write about yourself. Tulis pasal diri sendiri. Atas ni pasal Ahmad, so bawah ni my family, my mates, my pet, my school, semua ni you have to write about yourself. Okay, so for example my family, siapa ada dalam your family? Who is your mates? Adakah kamu ada binatang peliharaan? Apa nama dia? You know, things like that. Okay, so ini semua pasal diri sendiri, pasal kamu. Okay, and then C. Discuss the categories on the left. Answer the questions. Okay, so ini adalah soalan yang kamu kena jawab. For example, number 1. Which category do you think is the easiest to write about? So, mana satu kategori di sini ni yang kamu rasa ni, semua ni kategori ni yang paling senang untuk korang tulis tentang. Okay, so bagi tahulah. Kalau kamu rasa my family yang senang, then you tulislah my family. Kalau my mates, my mates. Okay, like that. Okay. And last one, write 2 or 3 paragraphs for your own personal web page. Okay, dia soalan ni dia mau kamu buat macam ni lebih kurang. Okay, so this is pasal Ahmad, so this pasal yourself. Okay, when you want to write information to include in your personal web page, group the information in categories so that it's easier to understand. Link your ideas. Use and, but, so, because, or. Okay, so teacher cadangkan boleh saja korang ambil Ahmad punya web page ni, tapi korang tukar-tukarlah sikit pasal diri korang. See, for example, my mates and I've got lots of friends but my best mate is Arjun. Okay, nanti kalau kamu punya, kamu boleh je ambil semua ayat ni, tapi Arjun tu tukarlah bagi nama kawan kamu. Siapa? Ikmal, Adam kah, Haslina kah, siapa-siapa je lah. Okay, so sama juga dengan benda lain, tukar, pandai-pandai tukar. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Happy online learning, and I will give you the answers later. Do all the practice first and then I will give you the answers. Okay, so okay, that's all. Bye.